Part of our program today are the next two speakers, and I'm not going to take a whole lot of time in introduction because that would take away from their time. These are the two men who are going to be responsible for advocating, initially at least, the legislation that's necessary. It's the second best option. The first option and the best option, or better option, is simply not on the table. As I said, Speaker Howell said we're not going to memorialize Congress anymore. Although, as some speakers said earlier, that's exactly what the Virginia General Assembly did in 1798. The second best option is to enact this legislation, this state legislation. The first speaker is our state senator from the 37th District, who knows very well he's taken an oath to defend the Constitution of Virginia. Ken Cuccinelli. Ken?
Good afternoon, you all. I'm glad it warmed up for you. Should have been here last week. But I want to thank you, first of all, for taking the time to come and to advocate on behalf of liberty and freedom. You know, it's a concept that is sort of poo-pooed by a lot of legislators here and by much of the political class these days. But it was a concept that the Founding Fathers believed in to the point of their lives, and many of them gave them. And it seems to me, you heard, particularly from our Marine Corps speaker, hoorah, about the sacrifices of people that have gone before us to protect those rights and the liberties in particular won for us over 200 years ago. Over 1 million people have fought and died, not to mention everybody else who sacrificed so much else over the years to protect this country's Constitution. And it doesn't seem like a terrible sacrifice to carry that fight into the political arena, where the worst thing that happens is we lose. So many people have sacrificed and put more on the line than we're doing today. And I will tell you, I appreciate a couple of hundred of you here putting more on the line than all the other Virginians around, particularly in this weather. So I'm glad you're here. There are two bills that are identical: House Bill 1587 on the House side and Senate Bill 1431 are identical bills that would opt Virginia out, would block Virginia from participating in Real ID, period. And that is an effort to not so much to expand, but to maintain the liberty of the citizens of Virginia. And as a legislator who took an oath not only to the U.S. but to the Virginia Constitution, I have an obligation to protect my citizens from the infringements on their liberty by the federal government, which are growing more and more numerous and aggressive. It is certainly a perspective that, as I mentioned, is not widely shared here in the General Assembly, and for that reason I'm glad that you will be going up the hill and speak with your senator and delegate and their aides. Don't leave them out of the loop, and impress upon them the importance of protecting our ancient liberties that weren't discovered 200 years ago. Our founding fathers acknowledged that all they were doing was protecting gifts from God, and that was the point of establishing government. That's it. And our liberty is the central right that all the others are built upon and protected by. You don't protect life without liberty. You don't protect property without liberty. With that, it being cold enough, and I think all of the philosophical points have been hit by our speakers here, and I appreciate each of them coming today and participating in this. And I want to urge you after today, don't just make your stop here at a legislator's office and be done. I want you to go home, and I want you to talk to your friends and family and send the emails and make the phone calls and write letters. Yes, we still get letters here in Richmond, even if they don't in Washington. They work quite well. Up in Fairfax, where I'm from, former Delegate Callahan was famously asked in a town hall meeting, how many letters does it take for you to take notice of an issue? He thought about it and said, 5. And everybody was stunned, but I can tell you, having been down here on this end of things now, 5 letters on one topic is unusual. And letters are unusual. And I mean letters when I say letters. With the stamp, it's a sticky thing. They're getting out of style, but they still work. And emails, to get the same equivalent, you need an awful lot, and you need people from the district of the person you're emailing. So it asks you to go out here and be evangelists for liberty when you leave here today and when you go up this hill. Talk to other folks about this. Keep it simple with them, but give them action items. Tell them who to contact. Tell them how to do it. It's not hard to get in touch with your legislator here. And please keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And Bob, I know, and I will keep pushing down here. Thank you all very much. God bless.